Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, people? Man, we are back with another one, man. Hey, listen, man, we got to talk about several different things here, man. There are several different factors we have to talk about, right? We got Erickson Lubin versus Virgil Ortiz coming up. We have Boots Ennis beating Lima, right? And then Danny Garcia retires. There's a lot we can talk about here tonight. And then we can talk football, right? We see the Dallas Cowboys balling out, right? We see the Eagles somewhat struggling, but they're getting the job done. But is AJ Brown happy about how the ball is being disputed out, right? Then also, we can talk about none other than what's next to be expected in the boxing world community, man. So tap in with your boy LD Doug Kid.
Likeable dialogue.
Hey man, we are back with it, man. Listen, man, we was on a little break. I had to get a couple of things tuned up on the channel, man, but I got them all in place now, so now we are good, man. Listen, I want to start off with Danny Garcia, man. He had a outstanding career, man. He really did. Danny Garcia is one of the ones that was part of that 147-pound division that was stacked on the PBC side. He was one of the 147 pounders that, sort of kind of was undefeated for some time and fought all the top guys, while at some point in his career he didn't have much of all the success as when he went up and faced it a top opponent. He didn't have like all the, he didn't win sometime, right? But the thing is, Danny never folded. Danny never what should I say? Like, Danny Garcia never said that, like it was too much or that he couldn't do it. He said, hey, it is what it is. Let's fight. May the best man win. And unfortunately, Danny Garcia, he'll come up short at times. But I think if we was to say, what was Danny Garcia's biggest moment, or what was Danny Garcia's biggest fight, I would say Danny Garcia's biggest fight would be Matisse. I think Matisse was one of Danny's biggest fights, man. He says, who is winning World Series? I'm not even for sure, man. Who you got, bro? Like, I'm not even for sure. Who is winning World Series? I'm not even for sure, bro. But when we talk about Danny Garcia, man, we talk about some of the things that he's done, right? But to me, when I would say Danny Garcia's biggest fight that really stood out to me, I'm going to say Lucas Matisse. I got to say Matisse, because at that fight, even Danny says it like, hey, that particular fight, he was the underdog. Nobody had Danny Garcia winning that particular fight. Nobody. So for me, the biggest fight for me when it comes to Danny Garcia is the Lucas Matisse fight. I mean, I think that was a great fight. I think Danny really put his name on the map when he fought Lucas Matisse. When he fought Matisse, it was more so like, hey, yeah, I'm here. Y'all thought that I was just a fluke. And I think a lot of people sort of kind of disregarded Danny because of the way he fought, right? Like that left hook, and Danny got an awkward fighting style. But if he catches you, you going night straight up. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Danny Garcia has a awkward style fighting, and a lot of people underestimated Danny Garcia, right? But when they fought him, they went night night. So, I mean, Danny Garcia retiring right now, man. I think honestly, if you're going to go out in boxing, I believe every fighter should go out the Danny Garcia way. Like Danny went out and retired. He went out and promoted his last fight. He went out and he actually went out with a bang. Like he literally went out with a bang. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can get the video uploaded here for you guys. But Danny Garcia literally did go out with a bang. Like now that I think about it, I don't even think I have it on the computer. I got to send the video to the computer. But yeah, Danny Garcia actually went out with a bang. And I'm actually proud of Danny Garcia, man, because I feel like Danny Garcia did a tremendous job, right? Like, you know, like he has an outstanding career. Some of his top performances would be that would stand out to people would be like Zab Judah. Like I said, Lucas Matisse was a good one. Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. You know what I mean? So he's been in the ring with some top guys. Danny Garcia has. Like he's been in the ring with some top guys. And you know, and although Danny might have fell short in some of his fights, Danny still showed up and essentially showed out. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to find uh the video. I got the video somewhere. I just don't know where. Okay, here it is right here. Let me just edit it real quick. It'll take 2 seconds. Oh, goddamn, boy. Danny hit that dude with a mean left hook, bro. I don't know why Danny did that dude like that. Nah, actually, I think we gotta watch this. I think all of this right here is funny. I'm gonna go like that. All right, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna get this video on for you guys, man. And we're talking Danny Garcia right now, man. And this is Danny Garcia, man. He actually, I think Danny Garcia did a tremendous job, man. Woe to Danny Garcia, man. I think he had an outstanding career. I know a lot of people are saying, is Danny Garcia a Hall of Famer? Is Danny Garcia a Hall of Famer? Will Danny Garcia end up in the Hall of Fame? It's a no-brainer for me. Danny had a Hall of Fame career. You know, he was a WBC champion, you know, and, you know, he fought some of the top guys. So let me get that video on for you guys. I don't want to do that. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. I doubt if it'll let me pull it up over there. Well, hey, let's try, right? Let's try it and see. Bear with me when we are live. Danny Garcia, y'all, that is the subject that we're on right now. If you have anything to talk about or anything you want to say about Danny Garcia, feel free to leave a comment and I will get to your comment while I'm looking for this Danny Garcia fight. All right, so I got to pull it up on the other way. All right, that's fine. I'll pull it up. We'll pull it up a different way then. Yep. So we got to pull it up a different way. All right, that's fine. I knew it went that way. You know what? I think they need to change that, man, where we can pull up any file on this app. All right, so let me get this file for you guys with the Danny Garcia situation, man. And then, you know, the poll tonight is going to be what's your thoughts on Danny Garcia and is Danny Garcia going to end up in the Hall of Fame? I believe he does. Okay, that's the wrong one. Not that one. Freak is the file. I know I just sent it to the computer. That's it. I heard this right here. All right, boom. That was it. It should be do dot move. All right. Hey man, that boy Gilly the Kid is wild, bro. Hey, look, I'm gonna play that again. That boy Gilly is wild, boy. Here go Danny Garcia, man. Hey man, that was Danny Garcia, man, with the ones and twos, man. That was Danny Garcia. Hey, Danny, hey, boy, that boy Gilly is a fool, man. That boy Flax Bros 223 says, "Yo, what's good, bro? How was your day, man? It was good, man. It was good, man. G was good, man. Not much chilling, man. What did y'all see? I don't know if y'all watched the Danny Garcia last fight, man. That is what we're talking about tonight, man. We're discussing the Danny Garcia fight, man. If y'all ain't hit that subscribe button yet, go hit that subscribe button. I gotta say, shout out to everybody, man, who subscribed to the channel. We are almost at 3,700 subscribers, so that's 200 more subscribers from where we last were, man. So definitely shout out to all y'all, man, for sure. For sure, man. Like, I appreciate it, man. That means the channel is growing. You know what I'm saying? Whether we go live or not, y'all going back, y'all watching the videos, you liking the content. So we got 200 more subscribers from our last post. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Y'all just don't know how much that means. Definitely shout out to Likeable Dialogue on that one, man. But man, you know, we're going to get back on topic, man. We'll get back on the Danny Garcia situation, and we're going to pull up some of Danny Garcia's accolades. And we got to talk more about this Danny Garcia situation, because to me, man, Danny had a outstanding career, right? He fought some of the best. And although boxing is boxing, right? So it's like, hey, you come up short. You win some, you lose some. And unfortunately, he did come out short. My boy AP in the building. My boy say, Danny looking for a payday with Bud. He's not there to win. He says, he's not a future Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. Okay, I respect it. I respect it. I respect your opinion, bro. You say he's not there. He's not a future Hall of Fame. I respect your opinion. But can you tell me why Danny Garcia wouldn't be considered a future Hall of Famer? You know, are you saying because he fell short against some of the top guys that he went up against? I think the Keith Thurman fight was a bit close, but I think I still had Keith Thurman winning that fight. I would say that him and the Sean Porter fight was a bit close as well. Maybe if Danny would have threw like 10 more punches, then it would have been, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? My boy AP says yes. Okay, so you're saying because he went up against top level competition and fell short is the reason why Danny Garcia cannot be a Hall of Famer. Okay, hey man, hey listen, it's all up for debate. He says he lost to Porter, Spence, and Thurman. And at that time, those were the top guys that were in that division. Yeah. So he said he lost against Thurman, Porter, and Spence. Yeah, that is true, bro. I'm gonna break down a little bit of accolades for Danny Garcia, right? And then, matter of fact, I want to do something with the chat real quick. So let me do that real quick. I want to take a poll, man, because it's interesting that you said that, right? So I want to take a poll for the chat, and let me see. He says, and he never fought Crawford. He ain't beating Crawford either. I don't know if he's really looking for the Crawford fight. Like, is he really still looking for that Crawford fight? I don't know if he's still looking for that Crawford fight. Like, is he still is he looking for the Crawford fight? I know he says that he'll come out of retirement for the right bag. You know what I mean? So like, that's when anybody like the price got to be right for them to come out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's for anybody, I believe. All right, hold on. We experienced some lagging. Let me shut some stuff down real quick. All right, I'm gonna do it from this other. Oh, and you know what? AP, I might post the number, man, and you could call in to the show, and you can express your opinion. And I'll post the number, AP. You could call in to the show, and you can express your opinion on why you feel that Danny Garcia isn't that champion. He says, and he never fought Crawford and ain't beating him either. He says, I honestly think Danny Garcia never a 147 pound, a true 140. He was a beast. Yes, I can do that. I'm gonna post the number, AP, and you can call in to the show and express your thoughts, man. Boom, there it is. There's the number to call in to the show if you got any questions. If you want to comment on the Danny Garcia situation, here's the number to call in to the show. Call in. Oh, call into the show. Boom, the number is live. So now you can call into the show, and we'll get you on, and you can express your opinion about Danny Garcia and whether or not you feel that Danny Garcia is a future Hall of Famer or not. I'm trying to put this So what we're talking about is Danny Garcia. Do you guys think Danny Garcia is a future Hall of Famer? Yes or no? I honestly think he did enough though. Like he, even though he, like there's, okay. So I understand like a lot of people saying Danny Garcia didn't win against Keith Thurman. He didn't win against Earl Spence. He didn't win against Sean Porter. But those are three fights that he didn't win against people, right? So, but what about like, and I'm not comparing him to like some of the greatest fighters out there, but there are fighters out there that lost more fights than that. You know what I'm saying? Look at Pacquiao. He got slept 3 times. He's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? So I that's just what I'm talking about. Like as far as like when we discuss why these individuals are Hall of Famers and why you feel like these individuals aren't Hall of Famers. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what we gotta think about. Like there is fighters that came up short against other fighters, man. Shout out to Christian Garcia for the jewels. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Christian Garcia for the jewels. Hey man, I thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. Hold on, man. Let me connect you to the channel. All right, man. What's up with it, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Hold on. Let me turn you up. Let me turn your volume up. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think he's a future Hall of Famer for a couple of reasons. I think remember that Rod Sarkis fight he fought?
So which fight
Like,
was it?
nobody wanted that. Rod Sarkis, like, it was like a name, like, it's
Yeah.
kind of like the same guy he just fought recently, like, out of nowhere, he'll grab somebody.
Right.
But that's just not it. Rod Sarkis, I think it was Salka.
Uh-huh.
It was like basically an easy fight for him. And I think he was just a busy fight. But I'm not saying his record is great, but I think to get a Hall of Fame, like Manny Pacquiao got more losses than Danny Garcia. But Manny fought a lot of elite fighters. For you can have more losses, but if you have a lot of elite name on your resume, then there's a discussion to talk about. But if just like these fighters they got a lot of wins. You know, Boots Ennis got a lot of wins. A lot of these guys got wins, but who are they beating? So I think that plays a role, and that's why I said that. And Danny, I felt, was never truly, when he got to 147, that's when he struggled with his wins, if you notice.
Yeah.
All his losses comes from 147, majority.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, man. What do you think about like some of these other fighters like Pacquiao, some of these other fighters, man, that got the same L's on their record? You know, Danny got what, 3 losses on this? He lost against Porter, he lost against Spence, 4 losses, and he lost against Lara. So he got like 4 losses.
Yeah.
And although they are like losses that like him trying to step up. So I do understand what you're saying.
Lara was way too big. I knew he was never going to beat Lara. I just knew he wasn't, because Lara's too tricky.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to beat. He's a slick boxer. Danny's too flat-footed. Danny's too flat-footed, and Danny has to plant his punch. And if you can see that coming, you can avoid it.
Yeah.
You know, and don't get me wrong, Danny's he's even Keith Thurman said Danny's one of the hardest punchers he ever felt.
Yeah, I think he broke Keith Thurman's elbow or something like that.
Yeah, he had to go do something. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes. He's the reason why Keith Thurman was out for a long time. Danny hit him in the elbow, and he developed that that college, I don't know what it was, but it didn't allow Keith Thurman to extend a full punch, and he had to go scrape that off, whatever bone spurs that was growing or something like that. But Danny hits hard. But I think he struggled at 147. It's like Adrian Broner. In my opinion, Adrian Broner is not a true 147 pounder. He's a true 140. He had great success at 140. But when these guys want to jump weight classes to get that, maybe it's a bigger market, money, and things of that nature, then the accolades kind of just go out the window a little bit.
That makes sense. That makes hella sense.
You gotta fight. And look, Manny Pacquiao beat, even though he kind of weight drained Oscar De La Hoya, to make 147, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar De La Hoya, he beat Oscar De La Hoya. Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao beat Morales. He beat a bunch of guys that I can't even think right now. So he's the Hall of Famer. Manny Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer, even with the 7 loss. Marquez is a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I think he is, right?
Marquez, yeah, I believe he is. Yes. I believe he is.
Yeah, so you gotta have a good resume. I think Keith Thurman is a Hall of Famer. They already said it.
I watched the interview today with Keith Thurman, man. He said that he's he donated one of his suits already in the Hall of Fame career, and he was
he's already. I think they're just gonna wait because he has. I'm gonna tell you a guy that people avoided that Keith Thurman beat, and nobody talks about this. Do you remember Diego Chavez?
Yeah.
Oh my God, nobody was trying to fight him.
But I don't know if nobody avoided him though, man.
Avoided. Spence was supposed to fight him. It didn't go through. He was 21-0 with 20 KOs.
Damn, I'm gonna have to look more into that one. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna have to look more into that one.
Yeah, go look at Diego Chavez. Nobody was trying to give. He's an Argentinian heavy hitter.
Yeah,
he broke Keith Thurman's nose.
Yeah,
in that fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Keith Thurman's nose.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, go look at that. That fight was very, very fun to watch.
So let me ask you a question before we.
Keith Thurman's nose.
Let me ask you a question. So, what do you think about Danny Garcia retirement fight? Do you give him credit for that?
I mean, so he probably loves the game. You know, you got to understand too. Danny's done well for himself, though. I would say that outside of boxing, he's been very smart. I think financially, he's been very smart. Him and his dad, his dad was in his corner, so he had a good. You know, he loved he's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude. And I think the love for the sport too, even though they do well successfully outside of boxing, but the passion for the game sometimes itch them to come back. That's why some of these boxers always want to feel like they got one more in them, and they'll linger a little bit. So I don't know, and you just gotta find a different hobby, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like he said, for the right price, he'll fight again, but. I mean, you coming to fight for you? Like I said, you trying because he didn't mention like, yeah, I'll come back and fight whoever if the money's back. Because everybody's hearing about Turkey Al-Rashid, coming up and throwing these type of money now even Charlo said, oh, I'll fight Crawford for $10 million. Now everybody as soon as they heard Turkey Al-Rashid throwing this kind of money up, now all of a sudden these guys want to come back all of a sudden, So they're there to come and win or they're there to come and get paid, So.
Yeah,
that's what's so funny about boxing right now.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, man. Before I let you go, you mentioned Terrence Crawford. You said I honestly think Danny Garcia was never a 147. Oh no, not that one. The question is he never fought Crawford and ain't beating Crawford either. Talk to me about that.
He was at that time. I think Danny and Terrence Crawford were both at 140. They were both at 140 at one point, and I think Crawford ended up beating that. He was a very tricky fighter, and Danny didn't fight him, but Crawford did and beat him. I think it starts with the P. Crawford ended up beating him.
Crawford ended up beating him.
I forgot the.
My bad.
Yes.
Who are you referring to?
I can't think of his name right now. I know it ends with a P.
Ends with a P.
Yeah, it was 140. It was 140 pounder.
I don't know.
I can't think of the name. It was he was European.
I don't even remember. Those y'all that are watching.
I have to go back and look, but
yeah, I'm gonna say those y'all that are watching, man. I just started a poll. Is Danny Garcia a Hall of Famer? Yes, no, maybe, or in between? Which one of y'all? What do you think? So we got my boy AP on the line, man, who called in to the show, and he says that Danny Garcia is not a Hall of Famer. He lost against the top guys.
And it's not just him. I feel in order to be a Hall of Famer, even if you have more losses or somebody has less losses, in my opinion, what does your resume look like? What does your resume look like? Is who have you beaten that we considered, okay, that's an elite, that's an elite, that's an elite. Having less losses and is who you have beat down in your resume. It comes down to resume, in my opinion.
Okay.
If resume speaks for itself, then there's a justification for that. But if you have an easy route, like I'm not gonna say Tank Davis is a Hall of Famer. He hasn't fought Shakur Stevenson. He hasn't fought Devin Haney. He hasn't fought. Hey, there's even
speculation that he lost the last fight. It comes down to the resume. But Danny fought some top names, though. He fought some of the top guys in his division, but he came up short. At 140, like I said, at 140 he was a beast, and I wrote that. At 140 he was a beast because everybody was avoiding that hard hitter, the one that knocked his thing out of his mouth. Yeah.
Who knocked the mouthpiece out of his mouth?
Shit, I don't even remember.
It was that. You don't talk about that, right?
I really don't even recall, bro. I have to go back and look it up.
You gotta know the bond. Come on, dude. Yeah. That was
I gotta go back and look it up.
Matisse.
Oh, look, yeah, Matias was. That's why I said Matias was his biggest noticeable win.
But that's one person that was avoided, and Danny fought him, and Danny beat him, and he knocked the mouthpiece out of Danny Garcia because he hit hard.
Yeah. Matias was that was one of his noticeable wins, man. But that's the bell, brother. Exactly. That's the bell, man. I appreciate you for calling in, AP, man.
All right, man.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, right?
Of course I did. Of course I did. You guys have a good night. Yeah. I'm on it still. But yeah, thank you for I appreciate the invite.
No problem, man. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we go live, man. You can always join in on the conversations, man. I appreciate you, AP.
All right, brother.
No problem.
All right.
It said, let's give these gentlemen a like people good conversation. Shout out to my boy AP. Shout out to my boy AP, man, calling in on the channel. Hey, man, that's what it's about, man. You know what I mean? Letting people call in and express themselves, man. Tonight, the conversation is about Danny Garcia, man. Is Danny Garcia a Hall of Famer? You know, what do you guys think about this, man? Is Danny Garcia a true Hall of Famer? Is Danny Garcia going to the Hall of Fame? What do you guys think about Danny Garcia? And is he going to the Hall of Fame? Danny Garcia. I don't know why I can't spell for some reason. So, like, just like my boy said, man, I think Lucas Matisse was one of his main noticeable wins because that's the one that won me over. The Lucas Matisse fight, that's the one that actually won me over, man. No lie, no cap, man. My boy AP says it's about the resume. Shout out to that boy AP in the building, man. My boy DT says, let's give these gentlemen a like. Great conversation. My boy DT says, that's the hardest thing for an athlete is to know when to call it quits. I'm happy he was able to go out the right way. Shout out to my boy DT. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like that's why I said like Danny Garcia. Like I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? But I agree with my boy AP. Like when Danny went up in weight, you know, and he tried to step up the level of competition, you know, he fell short. But I still think Danny is still a Hall of Famer based off his career and his resume. Like, I know my boy AP said it's about the resume, but man, he had some good fights. Like, you know, he got Lamont Peterson. He beat Lamont Peterson, even though I think Lamont Peterson really won that fight. But he beat Lamont Peterson. He beat Zab Judah. He beat Lucas Matisse. You know what I'm saying? He beat Amir Khan. At the time, Amir Khan was a dog. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? And then Eric Morales. And you can't forget, he went up against Robert the Ghost Garcia. So, you know, those are just a few of his noticeable wins. Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, Eric Morales, Lamont Peterson, and Robert Garcia. He says Amir Khan with the glass chin, but he wasn't glass chin at that time. Like at that time, Danny Garcia was actually losing like the fight, and then that's when he popped Amir Khan, man. You got to go back and watch that fight because I actually went back and I watched that fight, man. Like that was a tough fight. At that time, Amir Khan had speedy hands, man. You know what I'm saying? And Danny my boy say Danny hits hard. He definitely hits hard, bro. He hits hard, man. He hits hard, man. So I would say Danny had a outstanding career, man. Like for me, I actually enjoyed the Danny Garcia while he was here, man. My next question to you guys: do you think Danny Garcia really retires? Or do you think he comes out of quote unquote retirement for one more fight? He said he's 85% retired, 15% he will come back if the right bag. And I think he sort of kind of like left that door open for like Turkey Al-Sheikh to go on and throw him like 50 million, 40 million, 30 million. He'll come back. If Turkey Al-Sheikh throw a bag at him, he will come back. But I like the fact that he went out the way he went out, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of Keith Thurman key losses, like my boy AP says, man, is Keith Thurman in 2017. He lost the WBC WBA belt. You know what I mean? A unification bout in a split decision. Sean Porter in 2018 lost for a vacant WBC welterweight title, unanimous decision. Earl Spence Jr. 2020 lost by unanimous decision for unification WBC IBF welterweight title. And then he won against Jose Benavidez Jr. Comeback fight at 154 pounds after a long layoff, man. So those are some of his key losses and like some of his key wins. When it's as far as like elite fighters, you know what I'm saying? My boy DT says he was a smart fighter. I enjoyed his career. I'm sure he is open for an exhibition or two. Oh, definitely. You know what? It make perfect sense. Bro, DT, I know you're not going to like what I'm about to say, and I understand it, and it's cool because I know you're not going to like what I'm about to say, DT, but I wouldn't be mad at a Danny Garcia versus Jake Paul. I'm just saying. I mean, Danny Garcia is somewhat in retirement, right? He's in retirement now, 15%. But like you says, he will come back for a exhibition fight. I wouldn't be mad at a Danny Garcia versus Jake Paul fight. Hey, Jake Paul, make that happen. You're going up against Gervonta Tank Davis. You may well go up against a Danny Garcia. You know how many people would tune in to see Danny Garcia versus a Jake Paul? Bro, that is more, like my boy say, that is more reasonable. That is a reasonable fight. Danny Garcia versus Jake Paul. Come on, Jake Paul, Danny. Hey, put me on the commentary. I think that's a realistic fight to make. And Jake Paul's next bout. If you're looking for a fighter, hey, go get Danny. Go fight Danny. I think that's a legit fight. Hey, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a legit fight? I think that's a legit fight. I really do. Like, man, because he already going up against Gervonta Davis. Go ahead and go up against the one and only. Go ahead and go up against my boy. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia versus Jake Paul. That would be lit. That would be actually an interesting fight. And I really don't know who will win that fight. You got Jake Paul, who people say, oh, he's just a YouTuber, but Jake Paul really take this boxing stuff serious. Like, he trained, he work out. Like, I can honestly see, the improvements in Jake Paul, man. I can see the improvements. So Jake Paul go up against a Danny Garcia, man, that'd be good. That'd be fantastic. Bro, I'm really like at all with this. Like, that'll be good. And put it on Netflix. Ooh. Hey, man, that would be a great fight, man. My boy AP says, I think Danny cracks him. You think Danny will crack him? I think that'd be a great fight, man. I honestly think that'd be a great fight, man. If I'm being honest. But man, you know, let's just talk about some of the fighting styles that Danny has, right? So he has an orthodox stance, a counterpuncher with strong timing, and a mean left hook. And when we talk about a mean left hook, we're talking about this left hook right here. Oh, let me rewind it. Here we go. Boom. Oh my gosh. Look at that boy Gilly. Bro, that boy Gilly a fool, man. Every time I see that, bro, that is so funny to me, man. That boy Gilly a fool. But yeah, man, I really do think that Danny Garcia versus Jake Paul makes a lot of sense. You know, I really do. Currently status as of 2025, competing at 154 pounds. You know, the thing is, Danny Garcia, man, had an outstanding career. When we really get down to the nitty gritty, he had an outstanding career, man. He just had an outstanding career. And I like the way I like the way he actually went out, man. He went out with a banger. Most people go out, not with a banger, but with a loss, or they don't get to go out their way. You know what I mean? Like, he promoted this fight himself, got the Barclays himself. He did the whole Danny Garcia Swift promotions by himself. I think Danny Garcia, man, he went out. Bro, if I was Danny, he said he was 85% retired. And I will retire and just focus on exhibition matches. There's no winners and there's no losses in an exhibition fight. Just go do you a exhibition fight. That's what I would do. Ha says, who's winning? Javante or Mayweather? He says, hi. He says, who's winning, Javante or Mayweather? If Javante and Mayweather was to box, Javante is the younger fighter, who's been more active. That's really crazy. Because Mayweather has been out of. Are you talking about now, or are you talking about like if Mayweather was still in his prime? If Mayweather was still in his prime, I would say Mayweather. Because Javante does get hit a lot, right? Well, I ain't going to say he gets hit a lot because Javante has been able to do better with his defense. Prime. So he's saying prime. I'm going to go with Mayweather because you couldn't touch Mayweather. Mayweather was really smart. He was really fast. His IQ is good. And Javante Davis' IQ is good right now. He's fast. So if we're just talking about prime, I'm gonna go with Mayweather, bro. Like, because Mayweather got the longer reach, and in his prime, like you couldn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? Like Mayweather right now, you can touch him, but Mayweather back then, you couldn't touch him. So if I was to pick somebody, I would pick Mayweather. Who would you pick? Those of y'all that are watching, man, make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. I think we only got a couple of likes. You know what I mean? Go smash that like button for me, man. We only got, how many likes we got? Let's see what many likes we got. Man, we only got 3 likes, man. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. Smashing that like button. It's where you go get your boxing talk, your sports talk, all of that, man. But, man, let's switch up the topic just a little bit, man. And let's talk about some NFL real quick. My boy says, I think if Javante was to land one good hit on the chin, he's dropping him. In the prime? I don't know, man. Prime Mayweather? Nah. But this Mayweather? Maybe so. That's a big if. Yeah, that's a big if. Really big if. Hey, man, let's talk football real quick, man. Let's talk a little bit of NFL talk, right? Y'all know I'm not a fan of really like the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, it's really hard for me to say this right now. But they doing good. They doing a great job, right? Like you got CeeDee Lamb on one side, you got that boy George Pickens on another side, you got Javonte Williams running the ball, and you got Dak Prescott actually throwing the ball and delivering the ball to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, bro. So, and you got an amazing O-line who is preventing Dak Prescott from getting like hit and sacked all the time, man. So he's able to stand in the pocket and deliver the ball, man. I gotta give a kudos to them Cowboys, man, because they are doing a great job. You know, it just hurt for me to say that because I'm not really a fan about them. My boy DT says, I can't even talk about Tank no more. People be too sensitive out here. No. Nah, bro. I definitely agree. Like Tank fans are like worse. You can't say nothing about him. You can't even. That's like any boxer fan. Like if we're being serious here, bro. Like if we're being serious here, man. Like I feel like that goes for like any boxer fan, man. Because like any boxer fan, it's like you can't even talk about them because of the simple fact. It's like, why are you talking about my fighter? And it's like, yeah, I agree with you 100, bro. Like you can't talk about Tank. You can't talk about Tank. They are sensitive. But the thing is, it's a sport. It's made to be talked about. It's no difference from somebody talking about a Cowboys game. There's no difference between somebody talking about a basketball game. They are an athlete and they have to be talked about, whether it's good or bad. They have to be talked about. And I think Tank Davis' biggest critic is who he fought or who he is fighting or who he haven't fought. That's the only thing people can say about Tank. They can't say that he's not a great fighter. Tank is a great fighter, but I think people's biggest gripe is Javonte Davis' level of competition. Javonte Davis haven't fought Shakur Stevens, haven't fought Devin Haney, haven't fought who else? And I think that's really like the people that they wanted him to go up against a Teofimo Lopez. You know, and when he fought Ryan at a catchweight. So Ryan wasn't really Ryan. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest gripe that people have about Javonte Davis, but they can never say that Javonte Davis isn't a great athlete. And even if you say those specific things about Javonte Davis, people get mad. And even he get mad. And then he'll say things such as, what have they doing? What are they doing? And he has a legitimate gripe. What are they doing? Who have they fought? And I would say the only one that is really sticking out within that echelon of people would be Devin Haney, because Devin Haney fought a Lomachenko. He fought a Regis Prograis. He tried to fight Ryan at the time. Ryan didn't want to fight. You know what I mean? So and Devin has been champion. So I mean, WBC champion multiple times. So when we talk about that amongst that group, I would say Devin is the leader in that particular group, even though he had the loss against Ryan Garcia. My boy DT says, some people are cupcakes. They can't even handle when someone disagrees or challenges their opinion. Shout out to my boy DT. DT, you know you can always call in, bro. You got the number. You a member. You can call in whenever you want, and you get the longest call. You know what I'm saying? Once you become a member, you get the longest call. We don't really cut you off. You got a right to do that. You know what I'm saying? So those of y'all that haven't became a member, man, go check out that membership. You know what I mean? But I know my boy out there grinding right now. My boy says he got his credentials. Shout out to Hi. Have you became a subscriber to the channel, man? Hey, and I want to say, y'all, since our last live, we have gotten 200 more subscribers, man. So shout out to you guys. We're pushing. We're almost at 3,700. We need 25 more subscribers. We almost at 3,700. My goal is to hit 4,000 by the end of the year. But it looks like, mid-November, we might hit 4,000 subscribers. Hey, shout out to High says, I just subscribed. Shout out to that boy High, man, for just not hitting that subscribe button. Hey, turn your notifications on. That way you get notified how when we go live, man. And if you want to check out the memberships, you'll have the number to call in to the show whenever you want to on any topic. You know what I mean? And but yeah, man. Let's go. I think we was talking about football, man. Yeah, I was talking about football. And then, like they've been the Cowboys been doing good. I'm not even gonna lie, man. They've been doing good. It's hard for me to say that about them because I'm not really like a Cowboy fan, not really a Dak Prescott fan, but he's been balling. Now I ain't gonna say he MVP or nothing like that because of the competition that he's been going up against, but I mean, they have an opportunity to go in the playoffs, but they will have to go fix that defense. They getting ran through like bowling pins, man. I'm just saying. And now I want to switch and talk about the Eagles. Bro, I got AJ Brown on my fantasy league, man. I got AJ Brown. Shout out to my boy DT says, welcome High to the channel.
Shout out to Likeable Dialogue.
My boy says, I'm a Cowboy fan, and I won't lie, their defense gotta improve. Y'all defense gotta improve, man. We normally have NFL talk, man. So my boy OG Rob got some other stuff going on, man. He's like the Cowboy fan that we talk to Cowboys with. So next week, he said he'll be back next week. So next week, man, for sure, we'll get that Cowboy talk on. We'll get more in depth about the NFL. So right now it's just me doing the NFL talk. So that's just what we got going on right now. But yeah, man, that defense got to improve, man, if y'all trying to go do some things, man, because I mean, that defense got to improve. Trayvon Diggs got to improve. We're seeing Jerron, well, is it Jerron Bland? I know I'm just gonna say Bland. Bland caught that interception last week in Washington and took it back to the house for a pick six. That was big, you know what I mean? So shout out to him, man. And when CeeDee Lamb went down, George Pickens sort of kind of like picked up the slack. He picked up the slack and he put the cape on and he became that guy. Because if you notice in the beginning, they threw him the ball, but they really didn't throw him the ball. You know what I mean? And so that's probably like frustrated him a little bit. But when CD went down, George Pickens picked up the ball, picked up the leadership and was like, hey, deliver me that ball. I'm going to pick it. He's been catching some amazing balls, man. And he's been a big part of that offense being successful as the way that they have been, and now you got CeeDee Lamb. Who you going to cover? Now these other teams that faces the Cowboys, they have to make a decision. Who are you going to cover the most? Are you going to put two guys on CeeDee Lamb? Or are you going to put two guys on George Pickens? Or are you just going to put a guy on CeeDee Lamb and a guy on George Pickens and hope that your defense can stop either one of them? Right now, if you got one guy on both of them, Cowboys might win, bro, because George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are both phenomenal players, man. And the only hole that I would say is that when they got rid of Michael Parsons, even though they probably couldn't stop the run like Jerry and everybody's saying, Michael Parsons was the key to that defense, and he's gone. But I did see that the Dallas Cowboys did try to make a trade for the Las Vegas for Max Crosby. I'm just saying. So we will have to see how that goes out. That boy DT says that defense would have been bad even if they kept Michael Parsons. Damn. He says that defense would have been bad even if they kept Michael Parsons. Damn, DT. My boy says, I agree. Pickens definitely showed up when we needed him to. Yeah, man, Pickens definitely showed up. Oh, and then you can't forget Jake Ferguson. You cannot forget Ferguson. Ferguson is a nice tight end. You know what I mean? Now, he's not a Jason Witten yet, but he's getting close. I don't see too many balls that Jake Ferguson dropped. Jake Ferguson is a phenomenal tight end. I got him on my fantasy league. You know what I mean? So you know he can soon to be a Hall of Famer, Jason Witten. You don't really see Ferguson drop any balls. Like he's catching. He's Dak Prescott pillow blanket. If Dak Prescott is in trouble, who is Dak Prescott going to throw that ball to? He's looking for who? Jake Ferguson. And I think Ferguson is a great tight end, man. He's a future Hall of Fame tight end, man. Yeah, man, he don't drop many passes. I really like Ferguson. Ferguson is a great player, man. I got him on my fantasy league. Shout out to Ferguson, man. Hey, Ferguson run it up every time, bro. Ferguson run it up every time, bro. And shout out to Ferguson, bro. He run it up every time, bro. So definitely shout out to Ferguson, bro. He run it up every time, man. But I want to talk about the Eagles. Now, y'all remember when I said that the Eagles is struggling, that there's something wrong with the Eagles. And OG Rod was like, oh, man, there ain't nothing wrong with the Eagles. I'm like, bro, something is wrong with the Eagles. The Eagles is struggling. Bro, here come A.J. Brown with the post. And then he posts another post. His post simply says, they're using me without using me, or using me without using me. What does that mean? Give him the ball. A.J. Brown had 2.7 points on my fantasy league, bro. 2.7? A.J. Brown, the top guy? What? Where did they do that at? I had to send A.J. Brown a message the other day, man. I said, A.J., can you please have a talk with the Eagles organization, bro? We need you to get the ball. He balled out Sunday. He balled out Sunday. I just want to go show you guys. I want to go look at A.J. Brown's stats, right? And I think the thing is with Philly was Saquon Barkley was so successful when he came in. He changed the whole dynamic of that football team. Where, hey, if we ran this ball with Saquon, we can make it to the playoffs. And if we continue, we can go to the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley came in. The ball went from A.J., Javonte Smith to Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley became that household name for the Eagles Foundation. Saquon Barkley became that household name for the Eagles, and they forgot about their receivers. And so now the receivers are like, man, hey, give us the ball too. And so I think that's the thing, man. And you can't be mad at A.J. Brown because A.J. Brown is an athlete. A.J. Brown wants to be the guy with the football. A.J. Brown got to be the guy. He wants to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And so I have nothing wrong with A.J. Brown wanting that football. And I'm proud, bro. Like, damn, can your receivers get some too? I'm just saying. My boy says, Ferguson has been the most consistent tight end Dallas has ever had since Whitten. Yo, I definitely agree with that. My boy says, let's talk about them Eagles. Yep, that's what we're discussing. He says, slowly became the run first team. My boy Juke in the building. Hey, I was just about to talk about Danny Dimes. Juke, you right on time, bro. Hey, and if y'all want to call in to the show and talk y'all ish, I'm gonna post the number again. Boom, there it is. If y'all want to call in and talk y'all ish about your football team, man, I'll post the number for a little bit. Let y'all call in. You give you a little time. He says, let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts and the stud Danny Jones, aka Danny Dimes, aka Indiana Jokes, 6-1 season so far. Hey, listen, this is what I'm going to say about Danny Dimes, bro. Danny Dimes made me some good money on prize picks. Hey, bro, Juke, make sure you go follow me on Likeable Dialogue. You see it right here above my head, Likeable Dialogue. Go send me an inbox next time you pick some prize picks. I have yet to win a prize pick, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to win a prize pick, man. So, bro, do me a favor. The next time you go pick a prize pick, please inbox it to me, bro. I got you, brother. Seriously. Yo, Juke, are you already following me on Instagram? If you ain't, bro, go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever social media you got. If you don't got that, bro, then send me an email. Bro, or comment on one of the videos. I have yet to win a prize pick, bro. And let me tell you, I am freaking pissed about it, bro. It's like every time I come close to winning a prize pick, bro, one person or two people ended up messing it up, bro. He says, nah, I ain't on Instagram, LOL. What about Facebook? He says, I'll email you or send you a message on Discord, LOL. Hey, look, just text it to the show phone, bro. Screenshot this number, Juke. Screenshot this number. This the show phone. So I'll get that. I got Discord, bro, but I don't know how to use Discord, bro. I got it, but I don't really do it. So screenshot this number, bro. Yeah, let me know when you screenshotted it already. You screenshotted it already? I'm trying to win some prize picks. Yo, facts, Juke. I got you. Yo, bro, do that, man. Send me a message, man. Shoot me a message, bro, and I'll lock you in. For sure, man. Yo, do that, bro. But yeah, man, yeah, man, I'm trying to win some prize picks, bro. Every time I do prize picks, bro, I never freaking win, bro. That shit be pissing me off, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Hey, I'll be pissed, bro. My whole morning be gone, man. My whole morning be gone, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be pissed off, man. But let's talk about Danny Dimes, right? A lot of people talk so bad about Daniel Jones, and I came out and said it multiple times. I said, the problem ain't Daniel Jones. I said, Daniel Jones can throw the ball. I said, he's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. That is what I said. You got to remember, at the time, Dallas Cowboys was sucking at that time, bro. I said, Daniel Jones is a great quarterback. I said, he can deliver the ball downfield. Look how he was delivering that ball to Malik Neighbors last year. Look how he was delivering that ball. But because he played for the New York Giants, everybody says I was a clown for saying that Daniel Jones was a great quarterback. Look at him now. He's 6-1 from the Indiana Colts.
Likeable Dialogue.
I said the biggest problem with the New York Giants was that they O-line couldn't protect him. The only reason why they ever came close to even winning the game was because of Daniel Jones. They offensive line couldn't protect him, and he only had really one receiver, and that's Malik Neighbors. And Malik Neighbors was doing all he can do to catch the ball. Danny Dimes. I've been said Danny Dimes was a great quarterback. He just needed somebody to protect him and some key players. And look at him, 6-1. But the New York Giants couldn't protect Daniel Jones. My boy says, I'll tell you this prospect is either hit or miss for me. Hey, bro, just send it to me, and I'll pick some from yours, add some from mine. But, bro, I haven't won no money on it, bro. I need you, bro. My boy DT says, the career of guys like Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield and Geno Smith should show Shador to be patient. I agree with that, bro. I agree with that. But you know what's going on with Geno Smith right now? He don't have the protection. He's a great quarterback. I always use this analogy, right? Rather I like the Cowboys or rather I don't like the Cowboys, I always use the Cowboys as an analogy, right? And here's what I always say. If you took Daniel Jones from last year, not this year because he's successful this year, but if you took Daniel Jones from last year and you put him in the Dallas Cowboys organization behind the Dallas Cowboys O-line from last year, Daniel Jones would have been a better quarterback with the Cowboys than he was with the New York Giants. And I always use that because Dallas always have a great offensive line, right? You put Jackson Dart behind the O-line in Dallas, he's going to be a phenomenal talent. You put Russell Wilson behind the O-line in Dallas, he's going to be what? A phenomenal talent. So it's about the talent that you surround these quarterbacks with. And poor Geno Smith is getting squashed on like a bug. Why? Because he don't have the O-line like a Dallas Cowboy. You put Shador Sanders in Dallas? Ooh. We fly high, no lie. You know that is balling. I'm telling you. You put Shador behind a O-line in Dallas, he's going to be balling, bro. I'm just saying. You need an O-line so that you can stay behind and deliver the ball. If you don't have no protection and you just have to hurry up and get that ball out every time and you getting sacks, pressure, how can you be a successful quarterback? You can't. My boy says, like I lost money on the Lions in the Chiefs game, I lost on the Texans and Seahawks game, and I had two other games I lost on. Hey, just send me the prize pick, bro. My boy DT said Saquon was the only reason Giants won game. Saquon and Danny Jones, bro. I'm telling you. My boy say, man, get that ish out of here talking about Shador. He can't even throw a deep ball. I don't agree with that. Dallas has a decent offensive line. My boy say Geno Smith is getting destroyed out there. Why he's getting destroyed? Because he don't have a great offensive line. And when you talk about Shador Sanders, bro, he never had a great offensive line, bro. He never had a great offensive line. Shador Sanders never, go back to Colorado. He never had an offensive line. He got sacked more times than any other college quarterback, bro. It was almost if the O-line didn't like Shador Sanders. They would say, oh, you want Shador Sanders? Okay. He was getting sacked every week. But if you got a great offensive line, maybe then Shador can deliver that ball down the field, bro. My boy says throwing 4 picks in a game is crazy work. Gino, you don't have that offensive line. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time for the receivers to go down the field, get open, and deliver the ball. But if your offensive line, like look at Patrick Mahomes, for instance. Patrick Mahomes is a phenomenal talent. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks out there. But as great as Patrick Mahomes is, he don't have a great offensive line. But the only reason why the Chiefs are successful is because of who? Patrick Mahomes. Bro, but if you put Patrick Mahomes in Dallas, think about the analogy that I'm using here. If you put Patrick Mahomes in Dallas, and I always say Dallas because they always have a great offensive line. One thing about Jerry Jones, he go protect that quarterback. If you put Patrick Mahomes in Dallas, he will be less injured, less times that he has to scramble, and he will deliver the ball even more efficiently than any other quarterback. Any other quarterback. Just saying. And my boy says, that's my point, Juke. I believe he can develop more if given the time. I don't agree with that. LOL. Shador stay in Cleveland. Yeah, Gino did okay with Seattle. My boy says Jackson Dart is the best quarterback in the draft class as of right now. Dart is going to be franchise quarterback. He says, I'm calling that ish right now. Yo, Juke. I'm not even going to lie, bro. Jackson Dart is a great quarterback, bro. He got a great running back in Scottaboo. I'm going to tell you, Scottaboo is not going to last long in the NFL. I like him. I seen when he started to break out and become that and replace the New York Giant running back. I knew Scottaboo was going to be great. But here's the thing. He's not going to last long. Let me tell you why Scottaboo won't last long. It's because Scottaboo likes to run into contact. He likes to hit you in the helmet and run into the contact. Scottaboo is, bro, he's going to be a phenomenal talent, but he's not going to last long, bro. Scottaboo is not going to last long, bro. My boy say Scottaboo is so much fun. I love the little psycho. He's going to have fun CTE. That boy said he's going to have fun CTE. Wow. Bro, Scottaboo is crazy. But the thing is, I don't see him lasting long in the NFL because he runs into contact, bro. Like, it's a different thing you getting tackled and then you falling down, or you want to rough up you want to rough him up, but he's running into a different kind. He's booming him with the head. And every time you see him, he's headbutting something. I'm surprised bro don't have a concussion as many things he be trying to headbutt, bro. He remind me of a bull. Like, bro want to headbutt everything. I'm just saying. My boy says Jackson Dart has the best coaches out of all the rookie quarterbacks. Hey, I think Jackson Dart is what he's done with the New York Giants. He's lit a spark in between the New York Giants, right? And he's shown them that if you surround me with more receivers, he need more receivers. Jackson Dart need more receivers. If he can get more receivers, then he can be an even more phenomenal talent, bro. You know, he need more than Malik Neighbors, because Malik Neighbors is starting to remind me of a Deebo Samuels. Why do you say Deebo Samuels? Because he every year he's getting injured. You know what I mean? At this point, Deebo Samuels need to go hang it up, bro. Man, you are a great talent, but Deebo, you injured prone. You know, Deebo is injured prone, so he needs to go take some time off, man. So they need to. So in the draft class of next year, they need to go get some more receivers and protect that O-line a little bit more for Jackson Dart. Their defense is actually pretty good. I actually like Burns. Burns is actually pretty good. On the New York Giants, he's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Their defense is not all that bad. You know what I mean? They can go get a couple of more, people for the defense. But I would go get Jackson Dart some more receivers and go get him an O-line to protect him. Or if you like the receivers, go get an O-line to protect him. Because that one, I don't know. Not so good, man. Not so good. But yeah, man. You know what I mean? I think we had a great NFL talk. I'm going to start bringing y'all more NFL talk, rather OG Rob come on or not, or rather other people come on or not, man. I think the NFL talk, man, is really good because I be tired of the boxing talk all the time. I ain't even going to lie to you. My boy says, you should have seen Scatterboo at Sacramento. He was destroying the defenses. I can only imagine, bro. He says, let me call in. Go ahead. You got the number, bro. Call in. It's that number that you screenshotted. Call in before we get up out of here. Yeah, call in that number before we get up out of here, man. But Jackson Dart is a great quarterback, man. My boy says, I'm watching. We got to talk about them weak ass Dolphins. Hold on. Let me catch this call. Hold on, bro. Let me connect you to the channel. I wonder why the channel ain't coming up. Hold on real quick, bro. I gotta go do something. All right, what up, Juke? What up, Juke?
What's good, brother?
What's good, man? Let me get to these two comments real quick, then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you cook. My boy DT says, I'm watching the Dolphins, hoping they get rid of Tua and the coach McDaniels. They definitely getting rid of McDaniels, and Tua already been benched, so they definitely getting rid of him. And my boy says the coach looked like a football player, not football. God dang, DT. Juke, what it do, bro?
What's good, brother?
Not much, man.
The sorry ass Dolphins. These sorry Dolphins. I don't know about the Dolphins. I think realistically, because you're gonna have to get rid of Tua. Like that, I think it's just run its course. Maybe he can go to like another franchise or something. I don't know. Maybe he could try to go to the Raiders or something. I don't know. But even then, I think kind of his career has just kind of failed. I think if anything, they should try to start Quinn Ewers. And the thing is, too, is Quinn Ewers isn't that bad. He needs some work and he can develop. But like with so on Prize Pick, right?
Yeah.
But also I went to Vegas and I think I put like $2,000 down.
Bro,
For
you
the
put
Bills to win.
$2,000 down?
Yeah, like $2,000
What?
for the.
Shout out to Prize Picks. Hey, Prize Picks, you heard that? My subscriber said that he put 2 bands down. Shout out to Likeable Dialogue. I'm clipping that.
No, it's actually it wasn't Prize Pick, it was MGM.
Oh, MGM. I'm like, bro, wow, bro. Okay, go ahead, man.
No, I feel like it's, and I say this, right? Even though the Bills are worse off now, like I look at the teams that score a lot, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, look at, and a good example of this too is the Cowboys. Dude, how many games have the Cowboys had where they scored over 30 points? It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. I look at that, I'm like, why is the Cowboys kind of cooking on offense?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And, I mean, you got to give it to, the O-line, of course, right? But I think that, and another interesting team that I'll look at too is the Patriots. The Patriots kind of like coast,
Yeah.
They're kind of like a low key team, and right now I think they're 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check.
Yeah. You know what, bro? The Patriots actually, they not utilizing Stephon Diggs. Like, I don't know if, like, I watched a couple of their games because I got Stephon Diggs on my fantasy league, man. And he ain't doing too good. Like, if they can deliver the ball, if what's his name? Drake Mack, I forgot the quarterback name.
Drake May.
If he can do, if I don't know how the O-line is, right? Because I watched a couple of their games, right? But if they O-line can, like, it's the what I go back to, the analogy that I go back to, the Dallas Cowboys. One thing if Jerry Jones have done was protect the quarterback. And that's what these organizations are failing to do, is protect the quarterback, bro. So we don't really know how good Drake May really is without the proper protection, bro. And I feel like number nine, what's his name, is Bude or something like that. Number 9 on the Patriots. I believe I've been watching him. Yeah. He's been doing pretty good, but they haven't been able to deliver the ball to Stephon Diggs like they should have been able to. They did it during the Buffalo game. He came alive, but after that, he just went downhill.
That's another game I lost money on. I was like, for sure, like the Bills are going to beat the Patriots, and they end up winning by 3. And I lost money too on. I wanted them to go above, because I needed them to go above 45 points, and they just missed it by like 3. I was like, you bastards.
Dang.
Total points combined. But regardless, I think that the Bills have an interesting season, and dude, really the one thing that's shocking is really the Indianapolis Colts. Like, everything that they're doing is right. And another team I want to talk about really quick is the Broncos. Dude, the Broncos kind of have like a Trojan horse kind of a vibe, right? I mean, we saw it against the Giants. Dude, that last fourth quarter was amazing.
Right. But we also have to remember, too, who they came back in the fourth quarter against was the New York Giants. Could they done that against any other team?
Honestly, I think that Broncos are very interesting because they're kind of in a sense like the Chargers in a way, right? Where the Chargers have a lot of, like key good players, like phenomenal players, right? It's just how you are utilizing them, right? And with Bo Nix, I mean, granted, yes, it is against the Giants, but like, let's look at the Giants right now, like we were talking about, right? I mean, Jackson Dart and Scatterby have like ignited something in this Giants team, right?
Right.
Where like, okay, they might not be great necessarily like a contender this season, but give it a couple of years, man. Down the line, they're going to pick up some pieces and they'll start winning games. And you're like, holy shit, you know? Right. And my thing was, you know, we talk about teams like that, like take an example for last season, the Washington Commanders. Everyone thought Jaden Daniels was hot shit. I was like, let's pump the brakes just a little bit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people jumped the gun. Hold on 1 second, Juke. My boy Aaron says, just arriving. LD, do you gamble on sports? Yeah, and I've been losing every time on Prize Picks. Shit, I'm mad. I'm trying to get somebody Prize Picks who've been winning. My boy DT says, the record for McDaniels already stated Tua is the starter. Dang. He says, heck, even Drake May is putting up points. Diggs starting to fall off. All them baby mamas is a distraction. God dang. Boy, y'all ruthless, boy. Hey, you know what? You probably might be on to something. Aaron, what it do?
I'll say this too, right? Is I like Jaden Daniels as a quarterback. I think he is a great quarterback, right? I don't think he's at an elite level yet, right? I mean, he had one great season as a rookie, which, you know, that's awesome, right? But like you look at their season now, it's like they're kind of falling into this limbo of like mediocrity, and you never want that, right? And another team that's interesting that is kind of on my radar is the Steelers. Now, I know what people may say about the Steelers, right? But give it up to Aaron Rodgers, right? The dude still plays at an elite level. Sure, he can't move like he did in his 30s, right? He doesn't have the wheel, but he can still sling a motherfucking football, dude. He can.
Yeah, he can, but he's a little bit older now. I don't see. I mean, do you think let me ask you a quick question. He's only signed for a 1-year deal. Do he come back next year or no?
I see. I think if
yes or no, Juke, yes or no.
I don't think he comes back another year. I think this is going to be his last year.
I got one more question on that. I got one more question for you on that. Aaron Rodgers, do you think he would be more successful had George Pickens stayed? Because it would have been Metcalf and George Pickens. Would he have been more successful?
I think 100%. 100%.
I agree.
Because he really only has like DK Metcalf and like another receiver that he throws to. So like they have his number, right? That's why like you see it like a lot of the highlights is just him throwing to DK Metcalf, because DK Metcalf can actually like hold on to the ball, because Aaron Rodgers throws bullets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Juke, you gotta become a member, man, to stay on the phone this long, bro. You've been on there 10 minutes. I normally give regular callers like 5 minutes, man. I appreciate you, Juke. You gotta go check out that membership, man. You can stay on the phone a lot longer, man. You say what?
I said, my bad, brother.
No, man, you good, man. No, Juke, man, look, I really do appreciate you calling in to the show, though, man. Listen, when I put that number up there, anybody can call in. But once you're a member, you can call in whenever. You can interrupt my call or whatever. Once you're a member, you can call in whenever. You know what I'm saying? You call in multiple times if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And
so I can be like Rodway's mom. You call me whenever.
Hey, you could be like, you could call me whenever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and then Juke, go get you an Instagram, man. Go get you an Instagram, bro. And then follow the page. And then once you follow the page, follow the Likeable Dialogue fan page. Go ahead.
Can I text this number and show you how to like work Discord so I can show you my prize pick?
Yeah. Definitely. That's why I gave it to you too. Yeah, text that number. Text that number. That's the show phone, man, for sure. But man, definitely check out that membership, man. You can call in whenever, and then if you go create your Instagram, Juke. I don't know how old are you, Juke, if you don't mind me asking. You sound really young as hell. If you got a Discord, you ain't got an Instagram. That's crazy.
Well, no, I have an Instagram, but I just don't use it.
Like, well, I need you to go use that, man. Go give us that follow.
Dude, the thing is, I don't really have time for Instagram. Like, dude, the thing is, I'm the type of person who I compare myself to others, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to cut that out of my life, right?
Okay.
Because Instagram shows a bunch of multi-millionaires in their 20s, and you just look at yourself and you're like, man, I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel a certain type of way. That's why I had to get rid of Instagram.
Oh, well, get rid of it, bro. I don't want you to be emotional, man. Look, F them, bro. You the ish, bro. You the ish, bro. You the ish. You gotta walk around and act like you the ish, bro. You the ish, man. And guess what? Half the stuff that you see on Instagram, Juke, and you know what? It's probably, you know what, bro? They say God work in mysterious ways, and maybe this was meant for you to call into the show right now. And I ain't trying to have a sentimental moment or anything like that, Juke. But Juke, don't compare yourself to them, because 95% of them are faking it. They are in the same position as everybody else, Juke. So in your mindset, Juke, you have to know whether you rich, poor, medium, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You are the ish regardless, bro. You heard it here first from your boy LD and Likeable Dialogue.
Shout out to Likeable Dialogue.
Real talk, Juke.
I'm gonna do this for you, brother. I'm gonna text this number, and then I'm gonna show you. I'll text you, and then I'll show you some of my price picks and what I like, and then you'll have to send me over like what yours are. Because how much are you losing though on the prize picks? Like,
I don't even want to say Juke. I don't even want to say Juke. I don't even want to say.
So,
my pockets hurt. I'm trying to do CPR on my pockets right now. Shit, my shit is on ICU. Real talk.
Okay, brother.
But I appreciate you, Juke. All right, man.
I'll go ahead and text you. Thank you, man.
All right, yeah, no problem. Hey, man, I really hope that the AI don't pick up all of that unnecessary talk. I swear, AI will pick up the most unnecessary talk and be like, this what the whole channel was about tonight. And it really wouldn't be about that. My boy says, hold on, Aaron. You're not working with the feds. It's not legal in all states, bro. He says, you won't with me. I chose NBA Boston -155 tonight. I will email you tomorrow. Check your email spam. Look for Spartans. Now, Fish, I got you, bro. My boy says, no offense, Aaron. I'm halfway joking. Rodgers is walking a fine line and is limited now. He has 2 years or less in the league. Hey, I got to agree with that. Definitely has a little less than that, man. My boy says, at Daniel Thompson, LOL, I'm just a sports handicapper. Yo, man. Hey, but anyway, man, listen. I like Daniel Jones. I've been said he was a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I've been said Danny Jones was a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Now he's 6-1. Everybody was saying, oh, he ain't this. Well, why was they calling him Danny Dog then? But to get back to what DT was saying, bro, I got to go, like, Tyreek Hill is hurt. They got to protect Tua more too, though, man. It's, to me, man, like, when these quarterbacks are not successful, they have to, like, protect these quarterbacks. Let's look at Justin Fields. He just got benched last week. And the owner came out and said, bro, the owner came out and said that Justin Fields is not a great quarterback. The owner came out and said this. Again, if they put Justin Fields back in there, I would feel less than to get back in there, man. But that's another thing that I say about all of these running quarterbacks. Like, the NFL needs to get back to these throwing quarterbacks, because all of these running quarterbacks, they're not going to do nothing in the long run but get hurt and then cost your franchise money. I'm just saying. Like, when have we really seen Justin Fields deliver the ball down the field? Like, all of these running quarterbacks are just really, I mean, I know that's the new wave, but we need to get back to the old wave, bro. My boy says Justin Fields is a decent QB. Just suck blank. You know what I'm saying? I think like we need to get back to these throwing quarterbacks, the Tony Romos. You know what I'm saying? The Drew Breeses, the Tom Brady's, the Eli Mannings. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get back to these throwing quarterbacks. I remember, bro, when football came on, the world was tuned in because why? We had elite quarterbacks. We don't have no elite quarterbacks in this league no more. My boy says, I can give Daniel Jones credit for a good season, but I need to see multiple seasons before he figure something out. My boy says, I hear what you're saying. My boy said, my boy Aaron Gamble says, you're connected, LD. We need a fair balance. I say 60-40 pass run. That's exactly what we need, bro. We need like a 60-40 run or something, bro. Like, we need this because it's like, bro, we tired of seeing you run that ball every time. I'm tired of seeing that. And like, and I know y'all gonna get on my ass when I say this. Like, Lamar Jackson. Yes, he's a great quarterback. Yes, he's a great quarterback. Yes, he can run the ball. Yes, he can throw the ball. But you don't think them receivers like, damn, how many times you go run this M&F and ball? I'm just saying. Bro, like a running quarterback will piss me off if I am a receiver because what is my job? My job is to receive the ball. My job is to catch that ball and run for the touchdown as much as I can. My boy Juke says Lamar Jackson is a glorified running back who can throw it. Hey. Well, wind that back. My boy say Lamar Jackson is a glorified running back who can throw the ball. Shout out to that boy Juke. Juke, I'm telling you, bro. I'm saying the same thing, bro. My boy says, I think edge rushers are so common now. Scramble abilities became a necessity. My boy AG says, to be fair, today's quarterbacks don't have a quick release response to eye the field like Brady. But, bro, we can't say that. You're a quarterback. That is your job to eye that field, bro. Which brings me to my another topic. Bro, we cooking tonight, bro. We are cooking tonight. I'm just saying. I think I want to save my next topic about Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to save Trevor Lawrence for next week. For tomorrow. We're going to have more NFL talk tomorrow, y'all. I got to save Trevor Lawrence for tomorrow. Because, bro, I'm not going to lie. When they do have Travis Hunter on the offense, that boy be wide open. And Trevor Lawrence don't look his way. I'm just saying, dog. Hey, we're gonna speak on Trevor Lawrence tomorrow, man. We're gonna speak on Trevor Lawrence tomorrow. NFL talk coming live tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, that's the topic for tomorrow. NFL topics tomorrow. Yeah. Tune in. I'm done with the boxing ish, man. You know what's it's gonna be so crazy and so sad, man, that like when football go off, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna be heartbroken because I barely watch basketball. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, for me to watch the sport, it's gotta be physical. So when football go off, I'm gonna be heartbroken. My boy AG said, please don't mention Trevor Lawrence. Ever since he got paid, he been trash. Yo, don't worry, bro. I ain't gonna mention him too much tonight. But we gonna mention him tomorrow for sure. We gonna mention that dude tomorrow for sure, man. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm gonna go to this poll that we had put up. We said, is Danny Garcia a Hall of Famer? 67% of you guys said yes. 33% of you guys said no. So 67% of y'all said that Danny Garcia is a Hall of Famer. Shout out to my boy DT with the $2 super chat. Shout out to my boy DT with that $2 super chat, man. That's what it's about, man. Support the channel, man, that you get into cooking from, man. Because you go to another YouTube channel, you won't even get the love and the support that you get from your boy LD, man. Likeable Dialogue, man. So shout out to that boy DT for that $2 super chat, man. If y'all don't know how DT did the $2 super chat, I'm going to tell you. If you go down to the comment section, there is a money sign. You click the money sign and you can donate to the channel, man. And guess what? We don't even have to be live for you to donate to the channel. You can watch a short, and on that short, you see that dollar sign, you can click on that short, and then you can still contribute to the channel, man. So please, y'all, contribute. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Send a little something to the channel. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all don't know what all I do and pay for behind the scenes to run this YouTube channel. I be tired as hell. You know what I'm saying? Barely posting, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you notice this week, I haven't been posting shorts because I've been so occupied. You know what I'm saying? So, man, show love to the content creator, man, that's bringing y'all this great content, man. Don't be afraid to hit that super chat. Shout out to my boy DT. Shout out to DT for being the longest reigning, defending championship member. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy. Been holding the channel down with that membership. And shout out to that boy HG on that membership. If those of y'all, man, go check out the memberships, man. I'm telling y'all, man. You know, man, you get extra love with the memberships, man. I'm just saying. My boy say, don't worry, I'll help you out with winning picks. Hey, I appreciate that, Aaron. Hey, because your boy need it, Aaron. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm down bad right now, bro. I'm down bad right now, bro. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, those are just some of the football topics, bro, that's just been like on my mind, bro. Been like driving me crazy. So I had to like bring y'all the stuff, man. My boy DT says, LD, I forgot to tell you. I got a new position. I got that new position I was shooting for. That's a $7 raise. Shout out. Shout out to my boy DT. My boy got that big $7 raise, man. Shout out to that boy, man. Congratulations. Congratulations, man, to that boy DT for that, bro. Hey, congratulations, man. My boy says, bro, that's a $7. Bro, that's a $7 raise is crazy. It's not crazy, but I'm saying a $7 raise is a total difference on your check. So shout out to you, man, especially in this economy. Hey, brother, shout out to you with that raise, bro. One more time, round of applause for my boy DT, man. One more time. Shout out to you, bro. My boy say, I start on the 31st. Shout out to you, man. I can't wait for the 31st to come, bro. My boy says, congratulations, Daniel, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to my boy AG, man, for congratulating y'all. Hey, listen, just to sum it up, man, we talked about the Cowboys and how they're doing a phenomenal job. I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan. So for me to say they're doing a phenomenal job, hey, man, they're doing a phenomenal job with the schedule that they have. But I want to see when they go up against KC, Detroit, it was one more, I think the Buffalo Bills, maybe. I think that's when they go up against or something like that. I'm not for sure. But they got a hardcore schedule coming like towards the end of the year. I want to see how they do against them. right now, the Cowboys schedule, I'm just actually going to pull it up, man. How about we just pull it up? Right now, the Cowboys schedule, I mean, they got some fairly easy opponents. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got them winning their next couple of games. Like, I want to see how they do against the Broncos, though, Juke. I want to see how they do against the Broncos, Juke. I know we previously talked about the Broncos and how they were able to pull it off against the Giants. But let's see how they do against the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense is trash, but let's see how if they can beat them, because the offense are putting up like 30+ points, right? So I'm interested in seeing how they do against the Broncos. The Cardinals, they win. They got a bye week because they playing the Las Vegas, right? Raiders, and the Raiders aren't that good. The Eagles is going to be something I want to watch. They got Kansas City. I want to see how they do. And then I want to see how they do against the Detroit Lions. Those are the 3 games that are going to tell me a lot about what Juke Cowboys are doing. That's what I want to see. Then I got the Minnesota Vikings, Washington, and then New York Giants. But that is what's going to tell me what they're going to do, man. As far as Miami, and they need a change of scenery. The coach, what's so crazy? The coach is the first thing people call for their job. And it's like, the coach ain't the one that's throwing the ball. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the interesting part that people want to see. Like, is McDaniels going to go? Are they going to find another quarterback and let Tua go? Or are they going to give him a bit better protection and give him some receivers and see what he can do then? Because it's really hard to replace a quarterback, right? Because then you go down this rabbit hole of constantly losing, trying to find the right pick. Is this the right quarterback? Can this quarterback do it? So Tua, we got to see what Tua going to do, man. Can he pick up the slack? Or, he blamed it on, the leadership. He says guys coming in late. He blamed it on, the guys. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see here, man. You know what I mean? That's going to be an interesting thing to see, man. But anyway, man, listen, man, congratulations, DT, on your raise, bro. That's big. I'm excited for you, man. And Juke, brother, if you still with us, man, hey, keep your head up. Don't compare yourself to other people, because, man, everything glitter ain't gold. And, brother, I promise you that. Everything glitter ain't gold, man. My boy DT says, yes, sir. I appreciate it, fellas. Hey, real talk, man. So, Juke, keep your head up. And remember, everything glitter ain't gold. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you, guys. It's your boy LD, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likeable Dialogue. Likeable Dialogue. Remember, guys, you guys can find me on Instagram at Likeable Dialogue, okay? And on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you know what I mean? Likeable Dialogue Boxing on Facebook. Likeable Dialogue Boxing on Facebook. That's where I want you guys to go. At Likeable Dialogue Boxing on Facebook, but at Likeable Dialogue on Instagram, and then we have another Instagram that's Likeable Dialogue Boxing as well. So Likeable Dialogue Boxing on Facebook, Instagram, and then at Likeable Dialogue on Instagram. Thank you, guys. Listen, I appreciate everybody for tapping into the channel, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, smash the comments, and always remember, everything glitter ain't gold. We'll be back with another one tomorrow.